Nick Batum defending Tyler Hero, and now Paul George switches on. Here's the matchup we're going to be watching all night. Bam. Clippers will get their first crack at it. Paul George for three. Spo thought he would come out aggressive playing on the second game of a back-to-back. Now Jackson. Oh, a steal by Butler. Racing with George. Drawing the foul on Paul George. Paul George whips it to the left wing to Morris, and he buries a three. Marcus Morris, 47th triple of the season for him. His points have come in the paint. All the Clippers' points have come from three-point line. Morris bottling up the shooter. That's a bad miss by Morris.
Great defense, too. The lurch there, the reach in, and he just spun right off him to the baseline.
Nice pass by George to an open 7-footer in Ivica Zubac. Paul George, 6'8", out of Fresno. 13th year in the league.
Good defense. Drew Smith, they're trying to isolate it coming off the bench. Very rare to see a guy as accomplished as that coming off the bench this point of his career because due to injury.
Paul George, a baseline splash for him. 13th NBA season, sat out all of last year. Wasn't injured. The Rockets just put him on the shelf. Bam has the hook roll off. Clippers ahead, 18-14. So over 4 minutes left, first quarter. Strus on Paul George. Here comes a three. And Caleb Martin comes down with a rock. Butler using the Deadman screen. 2 on the shot clock. Victor with a running hook.
Got to the Euro step nicely, went right at Morris. Froze him.
Oh, Paul George. That was a frozen rope. Both at home and on the road. Strus from the corner. You remember he lost basically a whole year plus when he fractured his tibia 8 years ago as a Pacer. Zubac smashing it through. 9 points for the big fella.
Just 3 of 10 for Miami beyond the arc, so he'd have to continue to close out to the shooters from 3.
Paul George from 3, missed it. Deadman with a one-handed rebound. Bam switches to Paul George. Oh, that quick crossover.
Oh, that is outstanding defense on the all-star Paul George. Putter clear so he can isolate one-on-one. That's the best place to attack as he gets to the baseline.
Oh, a takeaway by Jimmy Butler. The Heat trailing by a point. Bam gives Miami the lead with 8 points in this quarter.
Loves the matchup right now. Without Zubac out there, he's going right at Batum and just taking advantage.
Paul George missing the 3. Hero down with a rebound.
It's not a bad option either. Caleb with range. That was 28-footer.
5-point lead for the Heat, their biggest lead of the game, and Luke Kennard got that triple to drop before the first half came to a close. Kyle Lowry getting his first night of rest this season. He had played in every game prior to tonight, and Gabe Vincent's out with a sword in. Caleb hangs in the air and draws the foul. Martin got just 1 of the 2, so give him 17, not 18 points. Oh, that's a basket for Reggie Jackson.
You know, fit in and be comfortable out there. Not easy. That's his first start in his NBA career. Just 5 games into his NBA career.
Become one of the dominant paint players in the league. Oh, he turned his back on Hero. Bam right now is 5th in the NBA in paint points, becoming a real necessary part of that offense. Oh, that's a Batum rainbow from 3.
6 of 13 overall. That's 46%.
Oh, Paul George with a rainbow of his own.
Battling inside. Just out-jumped Zubac there.
All 7 of his field goals in the paint. That will count. A blocking foul underneath on Drew Smith.
But Paul George and other rangy wing guys who can get inside with length. Finding them off the bounce there on that side pick and roll action. 5th assist for him, creating for Bam.
Paul George with a miss. Bam brings down his 8th rebound of the game. Here's Butler driving in and flipping it into the corner for a Martin 3. In and out for Caleb. 3-point Heat lead. Halfway through the 3rd, Butler on a give and go, but Paul George circumvented that with a steal. Working against Oladipo. Now Bam closing out on George. And Caleb Martin tips it to himself. And And the Clippers control the defensive rebound. Oh, John Wall almost let it go. He threw it back to Jimmy Butler, who will wait for some help. Hero. Oladipo. And Miami's biggest lead was 5. They had 19 lead changes over. Paul George from the dotted line. Over Caleb Martin. That man is a big-time shot maker, Paul George. George to his left against Highsmith. Heat fans now calling him Locksmith. Wall with a triple. John Wall, 6 points tonight.
Drop defense, and Jimmy just took his time and walked right into that triple.
John Wall against Highsmith. Back out to George for a 3. That's a laser beam. 19 for the night, along with 7 boards and 7 assists.
He's so comfortable out beyond the arc. He's 4 for 8. Gotta take that away. Force him to put the ball down on the floor. He's 4 for 8. Gotta take that away. Force him to put the ball down on the floor.
For a 1-point lead, here come the Clippers. George muscling in on Highsmith, and the foul. Paul George trying to take the game into his hand. And congratulate Oceans Bank on their 40th anniversary.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Love their support. Love looking back. Just taking them a step over, and that allows Bam enough room to be able to catch and finish with the little floater.
101-98 Miami. Oh, over the head of Marcus Morris, and the Heat will get it back with a 3-point lead. Morris double team. Oh, a breakup by Butler and a turnover. It was a great delivery by Jimmy Butler. And our point guard up here in the booth. Butler 8 assists. Strus with 8 points and a couple of triples. We appreciate it, John. We've enjoyed these games together over the last 5 seasons. Every one's a treat.
Indeed.
Paul George makes them both.
Out beyond the arc, but he can beat him and get into that mid-range pull-up zone, too.
George for 3, in and out. And the Heat hold on to their largest lead of the game.
58-28, plus 30 in terms of points in the paint for Miami.
Great balance in the Heat scoring, front-loaded by the starting group. Paul George, he could knock them down from everywhere. Heat on top, Clippers have the ball. George driving past Bam. Paul George, 4 points in a row, 6 points in the 4th quarter. And a turnover on Miami. That pass in. 5 straight points for the Clippers. A 3 for George. And a rebound for Hero.